Yes. Good morning, everyone. How are you all? Fine. Good. So let's start. Did anyone tried the e-commerce site yesterday we did? Did anyone try to modify it or something? Did anyone did any new application? Come on, I thought you guys do it. Will be the last. No? Okay, let's see. I will show you one more time what we did in the yesterday one, and then we'll move forward. This is a basic application which we tried, sir. And uh, where we go, header, components, header, inside the header. Now here I'm gonna use something called use navigate. And here I'm gonna write it something like const navigate equals to use navigate. If someone clicks on a login button, I will make sure it goes to that. On click, navigate slash login. If I click on this, login page will come. Okay. Now, if I want sign up page, I would have given here only option, some option. Now go here, say login. Already not registered. Registered yet. Sign up here. I will use link tag. And in this link tag, we are gonna use something called to, and we are gonna use something called sign up. So it will come something like this. If someone clicks on this link, why it is not going it here? To sign up. Is this clear, ma? Okay. Labels were not there. So only the thing is labels are not there. We can give something called placeholders. Email placeholder, enter an email, placeholder, enter the password. And in the sign up page also similar. placeholder, enter the password, and here placeholder, enter the email, placeholder, enter the name. People will enter. We didn't give an actual design for this. You can change it everywhere. This tail will get into. If you go here, products, you can able to see all the products, list of all products. Why it is not coming? Go here, console. Oh, it is taking time. Online, can you hear me? I think network issue. Now here, if I click on add to carts, it will be added to the cart, and I can open each product one page also. A separately product detailed page will be open. Okay, and I can click on add to cart here also, which will be added. So the same product added actually twice. I can open it and I can see the product here. Okay, now you can implement a feature like quantity of the product. I did not write it a quantity. What if by default a quantity column will come, which is one, which you can change it. The moment you increase the quantity, the price will be doubled and added into the total cart. Okay, and here you can put checkout, sir. For checkout thing you can use some kind of third party libraries, like for the persons who want to implement checkout page also in their things. For e-commerce I used for backend Firebase na. Same way for check-end you say checkout you have one services. The services are like in India you can use something called Razorpay. Usually US people will use something called Stripe. Indian people can use something called Razorpay, which is easy and good kind of one. Razorpay will go with some kind of, if you wanna implement directly your live website also, Razorpay will be work. Okay, which will take a 2% platform fees on everything. Okay, so Razorpay, if you sign up, sir, if you just sign up and logged in, okay, you have to log in with your mail ID or phone number, I think. Yeah, I think it's first one. Exit. Try it once. Try to go there, and you will have a connection. Razorpay, Razorpay, React. They will give you one API. If you go here, see React Razorpay for connection, there will be one. You can use this, and you can use the exact code. And here you have to give your email ID for contact, and you have to give the your API key. You will have one API key. Once you logged in, you will get one API key, sir, and you can use it. Same like sir, if you want to include phone pay into Razorpay will give you all the things, cards, Visa, Master, phone pay, Google Pay, everything it will only give you. But if you want it separately, no sir, in my website I want it only cards or only API key or like sorry, only phone pay, only Google Pay. Then you can go to official websites of phone pay API React. Then you can able to use separately for only for phone pay. How do you integrate? Phone pay website will be there in React applications. How you can add phone pay, they will give you. Okay, this is something React native. Go with something React. Each and everything you will have, ma. Okay, for phone pay, for Paytm, everything they will give API keys. Everything will be connected with the API key only. Famous ones are this, what is this, Razorpay or instamojo instamojo. That is also same sir. Instamojo also will give you a link to add payment gateway. Instamojo payment gateway will come, which is very easy to set up. Or you can use something like Stripe. Usually Stripe people uses for US people will use. Okay, Stripe contains by default PayPal. Similarly, Indian people uses Paytm. We US people uses something called PayPal. Okay, it contains PayPal and all like this. You can use any integration system and connect it, sir. Is this clear, ma? I hope you all are clear with all the topics. Okay, now we will just revise all the things. Okay, I think lazy loading is balanced. Let me go with the lazy loading, sir. React dev. This is the official website. I think you all know. Lazy loading. Suspense. Now see, someone asked RTK also. We will discuss one time RTK also. Okay, now usually you import something, an element like this, right or not? See, they imported something called import markdown preview or something, right? My point is, what if this markdown preview is not using in the whole application, only in some part of the application we are using it, but still we will import at the starting of the file only, right or not? That means whole file of this markdown preview will be imported, but is not using it, right? But still to import it will take it some memory na. To import it will take some render time na, which is waste. Usually importing everything at the starting is not a great idea. What if whenever I'm using, at that time only I can import. At that time only I can import. That is called lazy loading. That is called lazy loading. So instead of writing like this, people will write it something like this. From React, there is a thing called lazy, and then they will import it here, markdown preview, lazy, and in the brackets, they will write a callback function. In that, they will write the import. So it will import only when we are using that. Okay, when we are using it. So now you are understanding it, sir. Markdown preview is not importing at the starting, right or not? So understand the application. Now here in this application, now markdown preview is not at the starting. Okay. Now I am importing after a particular time. That is what the lazy loading means. But until we import in this time, what you will show? You can't show the screen, nothing, right? Did you remember the concept of suspense? What is the suspense means? Suspense means when some asynchronous functions or any function taking time, until the time comes, we don't want the keep the screen idle. So we will go with some kind of loading, which is a suspense fallback. Did you remember when we did suspense, we put a fallback of loading. So until we got that API request, the fallback is running, right? The same way it will work, sir. Until we got this lazy loading happened, we will get the suspense done, sir. Any doubt, sir? Okay, someone asked it how to destroy the components. You won't destroy the components. Basically, you will just go from one component to another component. When you go from one component to another component, automatically component will be destroyed. The moment again you come to this component, again it will start from starting. Okay, that is called unmounting stage of the component. Yeah. Okay, now I hope everyone understand this lazy loading. You will do lazy and you will write it import and automatically it will import it, sir. But you will keep this whole thing, that component, whatever you are doing it lazy component, you will keep it up inside the suspenser. See, this markdown preview they are keeping inside the suspense and they are giving this loading component. So until this markdown preview comes, the loading component will come. Whenever we needed the markdown preview, at the time markdown preview directly will come. Here two things are happening. First thing, until the markdown preview comes, we are having a fallback. Second thing, markdown preview is not coming immediately. We are taking it some time. Voluntarily, we are only taking. And whenever we want it, at that time only import also will happen. Import is not happening initially only. Okay. That is basically lazy loading with a suspenser. Okay. Now, someone else asked in another question, what is a higher order component? Higher order component means basically, where is this? If you remember, if you remember, we used to write it something called, I write it some kind of thing called forward ref. Did you remember this forward ref, sir? In the forward ref, I used to write it in another component. Where did we use forward ref, sir? You guys remember this? You can't pass ref as a prop. You can't pass ref as a prop. So that what you do, you will keep the child component inside another component, and that is called forward ref. You will keep whole child component inside the forward ref, and then it will able to take the ref as a component, as a property, right? Sir, interestingly, higher order component is nothing but, if someone asks you, higher order component is a component which takes another component as parameter and returns a new component. It's like one component is there. What this component will do, sir? It will take one small component and then it will return a newer component. This one only, the small one, it will change. It will do some operations on it and it will return a new one. It may change it, it may not change it, but it can able to do. This bigger one which will take it is called higher order component. Is this clear, sir? Any other doubts? Any other doubts, sir? No? Okay. Let's go with the RTK question. Someone asked RTK. So let's deal with this RTK. I'm gonna explain it one more time, the whole Redux and the Redux toolkit one more time. So basically, Redux deals with four things. One is store. Store is like a global values. Store contains everything, sir. Basically, store contains everything, but you cannot update the store directly. Where you will update it, you will actually update it, the store values in the reducer. In the reducer. Reducer is just like a function only. Reducer is nothing great. Reducer is simply a function which will take the actions. Reducer will take initial state and action. And based on the action type, it will do. If based on the action type, we will do it a switch case, and based on the switch case, the reducer will try to update the okay. Reducer will try to update the store value, sir. Right or not? Now, now after reducer, just a minute, sir. Every doubt I will clarify for everyone one by one. So then, can I update directly reducer also? No. How the reducers will be triggered? Actions. There will be something called action creators. There will be something called action creators. Action creators dispatches the action. Action creator dispatches the action. Automatically reducers will be updated and then store will be updated. Right? And how this action creators comes? This action creators comes from actually from the component. Component triggers the actions, actions triggers the reducers, reducers triggers the store. And when the store updates, components again take the store value from the store using use selector. You guys understand this? But this is a Redux logic. This is a basic Redux logic, sir. What the Redux toolkit will do, Redux toolkit, the only difference with the Redux toolkit is Redux toolkit will merge this both. According to Redux toolkit, these both are combined and it is called a slice. Instead of create store, you use something called configure store. Okay. Instead of create reducer, you use something called create slice. Inside the slice only, you will have reducers, you will have actions. Is this clear, sir? That's the only difference. You don't write it separately action creators. Whenever you are dispatching, now directly it will go to slice. And that's what we did in our application also. Go and see here. If you go to store page in the Redux, now see here. Did I write separately reducer and action? No. Inside the slice, we are having the name, we are having the reducers. We write it like reducers, but actually inside this we will write actions only. Each one is one action. Okay, set products, add cart. Each one is an add kind of same way as action creators. Now it will take it these values and all these reducer actions are exported as actions. See, are exported as actions. And at the same time, whatever the name we gave, what is the name I gave? Products. And using this name, I created some reduce slicer and then slicer reducer and then configure store. That's it. A store will be created with this slicer. You got my point, sir? That's the only difference between Redux and the Redux toolkit, which the architecture, the action will be removed and the reducer and the actions combinedly called as slice. Some functions are different. It's like a modern way of approach the Redux. Okay, Redux toolkit is more easy than the Redux basically. Any doubt, sir? Any doubt, sir? No? If online have any doubts also you can mention it. Now, let's check it one doubt from the online. Yes, today is last class, Vinay. Now, someone asked a question, when should we use Redux over Hook? This is interesting. There is no chance like you have to compare Hook and Redux. Okay, you have to use Redux whenever you want to maintain the state. Imagine in my application, so many states are there. See here, login. Whenever people sign up, their state has to be saved somewhere else. Okay, and login also. Whenever login also, if the user is there, then only I will log in, right? And whenever if the user is there only, I will go to dashboard also. For this thing, I should use some global logic. Okay, and at the same time, if you go to product details, see here, products list is there, and each product value, if I open it, that product ka value is coming. I can able to delete the products, add the products, I can do anything with the products. At the same time, cart also, in the cart also I can able to do delete it, add everything I can able to do inside the cart also. How this all are happening? We all are doing it. If I do it inside a local, create one state variable inside the card, and in that if I do, will it reflect in the products page? No. Will it reflect in the product details page? No. Will it reflect in the login page? No. Every page I have to create an array and I have to use a use state. That is not a good ideal way, because use state is actually inside the header. Now header has to take care of it. Okay, so it will be difficult. So what you can do, so you can write it inside the cart, one array, and you have to give, cart has to give this array to header. We have to pass props every time. For every element to another element you have to use pass. If you see in my throat application, props are not there, right? We use props rarely. Only in the immediate cases the parent has to give something to child, we will give props. In most of the situations we avoid it. Okay, because there is a chance, we call it as prop drilling may happen. Okay, again we have to go to context API. So instead of this all struggle, why don't we maintain a global store? That is what Redux. If someone asks you a question like why should we use Redux, when we use Redux over Hook, there is no comparison only. Hooks are used for basic functionality. Redux is used for global store. Okay. Now, in classroom, I will upload the notes completely. Someone built a bank project. I wanted to implement Redux. It will work in my project. Yes, it will work it in your project, sir. In Redux, instead of action, instead of type as a key name, I used key and it is not working. Why? Sir, basically, actions will have it only type, sir. There is a basic rule. Key will not work because key is not considered as a prop. Key is not considered as a basical prop. Okay, if you remember, we get this error of warning whenever you are rendering elements, all elements, you will write key equals to index, right? At the time, what if you want to pass that key value to any of the child component? You cannot pass it. Key as a prop cannot be taken, which is key is used to identify the element. So you should take it as type only, sir. Yeah. Will Firebase give API link? Yeah, Firebase yesterday gave API link. Na? Some API configurations will be there. Sir, major applications will not give you direct link. Major applications will give you configurations like this, configurations. If you go to Razorpay or if you go to Stripe, any applications will give you configurations only. In this configuration, API key will be there, domain will be there, everything will be there. Any other doubts? Interview questions, I will post it in the group, sir. Okay. Sir, use state is local scope. Yes, use state is local. Local means that particular component's scope. Any other doubts? Uh, Someone have a below query, Satish Kumar. How to load the component dynamically? Like for example, any library called any component, and if that component replaces by another, then the library will remains in browser memory, or we need to remove it dynamically. It will be automatically removed, sir. If you load one JSX file dynamically in React, automatically the one which gone will be removed, sir. Now next. Can I integrate HTML responsive template for React? Only integrate the React template. No, you can actually do it. Sir, you don't want to do with this all. You want to write one HTML file, index.html, and you want to use React in it. You can use it. There are something called CDN links. Do you guys know that? Same like CDN, if you go to internet, sir, if you go to internet, you can write it here something called CDN link React. This is not recommended, but you can do that. It's not a big deal. You take this both and go here. Now you can actually write it here. Inside this, you can write script, and inside this, you can write it function app. Inside this, return. You can write it actually the React logic for this. Okay, using basic templates, sir. But it's not recommended. Okay, yeah. Now let's discuss MyCLS or other applications, sir. Let me explain you what is what in remaining applications, sir. Close all. Now you can even try after React, try it these things. I will give you one roadmap. Text. See, I will give you some roadmap, sir. A basic roadmap everyone can follow. First, learn React basics. If anyone did not started, like anyone not have much idea, also you can start with this. Learn basics. Basics are like you don't need to learn much components, props, props, context API, use state, use effect. This much. Using this five, actually you can build it basic applications of React, basic modules. Okay, then start at least 5 projects using this. Okay, then learn all hooks. Okay, then learn all the hooks, routing. Okay, form handling, form handling, and then Redux. Redux or Redux toolkit. Okay, then do at least 2 projects. E-commerce is must and should. Okay, then after this, learn TypeScript. Sir, it will take it maximum 1 day to 2 days, sir. 1 to 2 days if you focus TypeScript. Learn TypeScript, then rechange or change 2 projects into TypeScript. Earlier you did these 2 projects, na? Change this project, same projects into TypeScript from JavaScript to TypeScript. Then if you have a chance, you will have 2 careers. Now either you can go with Node.js with MongoDB, learn Node with MongoDB, which are easy, or or learn Next.js. Okay, I'm gonna show you what is what everything. Now, first TypeScript, sir. I think you all know what is JavaScript basically. TypeScript, you guys have to do it, sir. Okay, that's not part of the course. So you can actually see it, the TypeScript on your own. It's not a big deal, which is very easy. If you go to JavaScript, if I write it, let A equals to 20. You guys know any other programming languages? Do you guys know Java, C, or any other programming languages? If you know, you will understand this concept easily. Now, A is what data type, sir? A is number. There is no int in the JavaScript. In JavaScript, have number, in string, boolean, null, undefined. Okay. Now, A is a number, sir. If you write it here, type of A, it will say that actually. Can I write it? A is equals to Raj now. Can I do it? Will it say in error? It will not say in error. If I ask type of A now, it will change to string. This is the problem with JavaScript. Yes, Nimal Kumar, this will be the last class. No other classes. Now see, this is an interesting point. This is called dynamic dynamic data type. JavaScript uses a dynamic data typing, same like your Python. Okay. So there is no static data typing. But people like static data typing. If you go for Java, if you write declare something int A equals to 20, you cannot give A equals to Raj or something because A is integer. That's it. Right? That is called static data typing. But this is called duck typing or dynamic data typing, which will change automatically. You can give whatever you like it. That is what we want to change. JavaScript have a huge problem. Now, this will create so much bigger problems. I will show you one big problem. I will give you one code. Tell me this output, sir. Let A is equals to 2 if 1 less than A less than 3 console.log success, else console.log fail. Can you guys tell me what will be the output here? Success or failure? Good. Now, let's go here. Let's change it here. A value 20. Now, success or failure? Success only. Now, see here. Now, guess minus 20. What do you think? Success, fail? Success only. Whatever the value, you will get success only. You know why? This is the problem with the dynamic data typing. It will change the data type. See, you know how the JavaScript will think? JavaScript will think like this. 1 less than A. That means 1 less than minus 20. True or false? 1 less than minus 20. 1 less than minus 20 means false. 1 is not less than minus 20, Ray. So 1 is greater than minus 20. 1 less than minus 20 is false. Now you know what it will think? False less than 3. False less than 3. And immediately when it comes to false less than 3, it will convert false into number. False will become 0. So 0 less than 3. True. In the first case, what will happen? 1 less than 2. True. True less than 3. True will become 1. 1 less than 3. So any case, it will be success only. And this is called bug. Because my point is, no matter how many times you see, you can't find this error. Right? Syntactically, it's absolute perfect, but it will not give you the point. Imagine this part of code is in between 100 lines of codes, and you have to exactly pinpoint this one. It will be very much difficult in the production. So that is why people started with something called TypeScript, sir. Okay. Now, if you want to go with the TypeScript will give you NP. I will go with uh, NPX. I think NPX or NPM, right? NPM create create with at the rate latest, right? This is not React, and I'm going with TypeScript cd ts npm install. Then TypeScript will be installed. TypeScript will basically same JavaScript only. TypeScript, you don't have any new thing. In TypeScript, only one new thing is data types. They will teach you a bunch of data types. You have to add these data types into the normal elements in JavaScript. So JavaScript with the data types is called TypeScript. It's called TypeScript. Now go here, cd npm run dev, which will be same. But if you go here, src, here see every file is something coming as tsx, JS JavaScript, TS TypeScript. Now, if I go here, app file, now whatever the thing you are writing it, see here no difference is there. I will show you how do you write it basically, TypeScript. If you want to take any value, sir, if you want to take it, let A is equals to 20, instead of taking directly A is equals to 20, people will take it like A number 20. If you take it something like this, sir, A number 20, automatically it will understand like, okay, A is a number value. Console.log, not console. Here I will print A. It will print the A value. Now, what if I put a button, and if I click on the button, sir, now click me, and on click of the button, and I am giving it, change the A value. A is equals to Raj. Now see here, type string is not assignable to type member. This kind of benefit is coming with TypeScript. Whenever you declare an element, you will declare what data type it is also, so that next time when you are changing the data type, it will say you should not change the data type. That is actually a TypeScript. Is this clear, sir? There are different data types. Actually, JavaScript provides you only 5 data types, but TypeScript will provide you more data types. But it will not have any other concepts. Only data types. Once you understand data types, everything is over in TypeScript. That's why I'm telling you, maximum 1 2 days you can learn it perfectly TypeScript and change your application into TypeScript because it's a future. Any doubts, ma? Any doubts? Next. Next one after TypeScript. Okay. This is just in a simple introduction. Okay. I'm not going with much details. Next, TypeScript is nothing but JavaScript with data types. What is Node.js? Sir, can I run JavaScript directly? Can I run directly JavaScript without HTML? Can you run JavaScript without HTML, sir? No. You all have Java files or Python files. Java file, Python file, you can run without any other thing, na? Right? Right or not? Because they have their runtime environment. JavaScript have something called JRE, which is Java runtime. Java has JRE, which is Java runtime environment. Python also have their own runtime environment, but this one cannot be having it. Now, Amarendra Kumar, what is enum and interface in TypeScript? Same, these all are also different data types. Enum is a data type used for constants. Interface is a data type which is used for objects. There are bunch of other data types also, Amarendra Kumar. Enum, tuple, interface. Okay. But if you understand those data types, it will be enough. It will take it maximum 1 2 days. Okay. And in case you guys get any doubts while learning the TypeScript, also you can mention in the group. The group will be active for the next 1 month. Okay. Now, so basically, JS cannot be run without HTML. That is a basic logic we know. Every time you write a JavaScript file, you will add this JavaScript file into HTML file and you will run it. But it can be possible. It can be possible if JavaScript has their own runtime environment, and that is called Node.js. Node.js is a server-side JavaScript. That means you don't need any HTML. Just only JavaScript will run itself without HTML. For example, here, I think everyone's system already JavaScript is there. Node.js is there because you all have this now. Okay, npm. So automatically Node.js is there. So I'm just writing it as a sample logic here. If I write it here as simple logic index.js, in the index.js, I'm writing it something like let x equals to 55 x plus plus console.log. This is a basic thing. Okay, I don't think it's a big value. Now go here, run it, node index.js, node space index.js. It will run it here only. See the output, high 56. You can run actually your JavaScript without HTML because JavaScript has their own runtime environment. Somewhere server is there. In that server, I want to put one code, and that code obviously server you don't have any browsers, right or not? In client side you have browser use HTML use JavaScript. That's why we are having it client side. But in server there is no browser. Server only have the code. So that is why Node.js will be used. Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript. That means without HTML, you can run this code. So that's why you will keep this JavaScript code, Node.js code into the server, sir. So that the backend. So Node.js provide the backend code. Okay. Node.js is nothing but same as JavaScript. Yes, Node.js is same JavaScript only. But basically, JavaScript to run the JavaScript, they need some kind of environment. That is provided by the Node.js. Okay. And Node.js can able to import in different ways, can able to export in different ways. It's like some kind of advanced one. But it is as simple as JavaScript. There are no new things. Some more libraries are there. For everything, we use libraries. For sending mails, you have one library. For OTPs, you have one library. For random text, you have one library. Everything, you will have one library. For authentication, one library. Node.js will use bunch of libraries and it uses asynchronous code, basically, Node.js. Okay. And can a Node.js can run immediately with itself, sir? Can Node.js run itself? No. Node.js can run itself, but Node.js need a bigger framework that which can able to apply it. Node.js is like a language which needs a framework. Now, what is the framework of Node.js? Express. There is one thing called Express.js. Express.js is a Node.js framework. So inside the Node.js, you will use Express.js for everything. Okay. Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment. Express is a framework of Node.js. Framework means everything you needed for that routing, API, functions, everything already someone will have it. Okay. You got my point, sir? You got my point? It's like, let me tell you the story of this for simple understanding. Imagine this JavaScript is there. Now imagine a JavaScript is one guy who, JavaScript wants to go somewhere. Okay. JavaScript wants freedom. It wants to be alone. But JavaScripts don't have freedom because always with the JavaScript, HTML will be there. Okay. JavaScript cannot have freedom. Now you know what the node is saying it. Node is saying it. Now come to me. I will give you freedom. Whenever the JavaScript goes with the node, automatically it will have freedom. It can run without HTML. But can node itself can take care of everything? No. Node is not having, imagine the node is not having much cash. There is a bigger guy who supports the node financially, economically, everything. That is called Express. Express supports Node by giving all the facilities. Node will give all the facilities to JavaScript, and JavaScript run there happily. You got my point, sir? It will take it like to learn Node with MongoDB. It will take it like 1 week max. Max to max, it will take 1 week. MongoDB is a database which is used for kind of NoSQL. For the persons who know MySQL or kind of SQL, they will understand basically MySQL or SQL. What they will do, they will do traditional database like relational database will be there, tables wise. But here NoSQL will have an object. Did you remember our CRUD application? Did you remember our CRUD application? In the CRUD application, we used objects inside objects. We gave one array of books, and inside this we gave objects. Now that is how the node MongoDB also will store. MongoDB stores everything as an object. Okay, and it will create an API. Once it creates an API, then you can able to use it however you like. Okay, is this clear, ma? Is this clear, sir? No. I will give you ideas for React projects also. Don't worry. Now next. These were the basic things. Now, sir, just now only we discussed one concept where Node cannot do everything because Node is not much great. All the things Node needed, one guy will provide. Who is that? Express. That is called, we call framework. Framework is like the bigger guy who provides everything. Framework have everything, basically. Library means only small things. Framework means everything. But sir, can a React have a framework? That means, what if one guy gave all the classes, routing, optimization, hooks, everything by default? That would be great, na? And that is called Next.js. That is called Next.js. Okay. Now, if you wanna create the Next.js, sir, you can write it here. Npx create next app at the rate latest. Here, my app. I'm giving a name named my app. You guys know create React app, na? Similarly, you will have something called create next app. And I'm using at the rate latest to get the latest version. And my app is the name I'm going to give. Okay. Now, do you want to proceed? Yes. Would you like TypeScript or JavaScript? Would you like to have used TypeScript? Okay, let's use TypeScript. Would you like to use ESLint? ESLint is the processor. Okay, for errors we will do use ESLint. Yes. Would you like to use Tailwind? Yes. Would you like to use SRC directory? It will create without SRC directory also, but I like to use SRC directory. Would you like to use app router? By default, you don't need to do routing, ma. By default, app router will be inside the Next.js. Yes. Would you like to customize the default import alias? No. No, it will automatically create my app. Can you see this? It will create all the things. Complete setup will be done at a time. Once it loaded. Using Next.js actually, for the persons who want to know, you can have a basic templates also. Next.js is so powerful. Go to here, Next.js, Vercel. You will see the templates, Next.js website by Vercel. It has a platform named Vercel also. You can see. Go here and get started. Try to see the Next.js, sir, which is very easy. In Next.js, you have so many benefits. Like routing can be automatically done, or data fetching will be easy. Optimizing it will automatically do. Rendering will be fast. It will do server side rendering, not the client side rendering, so that the system will be fast. Static site generation will be done. Like whenever you are building the application, at that time only sites will be generated. So like this, you have a huge benefit, sir. Now let me write it here. npm no cd my app npm run dev localhost 3000. If you see here, whenever it is starting, it is taking it starting ready in 3.3 seconds, compiling. It will do this all now. That means at that time only, usually what will happen, sir? Usually your whole application HTML and all will go to the browser. In that browser, they will start to render, right? But this one is called static site generation. That means in the building stage only, before you are going into the browser, it will do the static site and it will directly give the site to the browser. So it's very fastly will come. Loading for speed will be very fast. Okay, when compared to React. When it is a bigger application, what it will do server side rendering. That means whenever wherever the backend server you use, in the server only it will do all the rendering and it will come directly. Okay. If you use Next.js, you don't need to use Node also. Backend also can be taken care by Next.js. Okay. Now these are the basic. This is the basic one. I'm going to show you here. Go here, SRC here. In the SRC app will be there. Inside the app, see so many are there. Go to here, page. This contains whole thing. So in npx create React app and which we do npm create it at the rate latest. In both we create the application. I had a confusion what is actually bit. See, this is the point. Wit is actually kind of builder, sir, similar to Webpack. Okay, which is called builder. Okay, so what the Wit will do in create React app, it will give you a basic template only. It will not only do the template, it will do almost the loading also. Okay. For the web loading also, it will only do similar to Webpack. Which is more powerful and more faster than the Create React app. If you use Create React app or Wit, it doesn't matter. Anything you can use for basic template. But Wit is faster than the React. Okay. Now, I created here one folder, pages, xyz dot tsx. Go here. Now it is coming high. If I go here, X, Y, Z, why it is not showing it? No. Next.js. Where is this Next.js docs? Routing. Basically, if you give pages folder, see, okay, inside, not inside the app, I think then, outside the app. If I go here, where is this? Colon XYZ. It should come now. Now, basically, what this will do, I will tell you, sir. So, what this will do, if you give a folder, and in that folder, if you just give a file, automatically pages folder, whatever the files are there, this routing will be created by default. You don't need to write it like slash login. You will give go to login kind of React router DOM and all. No. If you give a login page inside the pages, automatically, if you give slash login, automatically login page will come. You got my point, sir? That is called app router. A basic routing will be done. Okay, like this, so many other benefits are there. I don't know why routing is not coming it here. By default, all components will have it. App pages. Defining routes. Inside the page. Let's go here. Let's try it one more time. Slash pages slash XYZ. Okay, we will check with it, but basically it will give you environment variables. It will give you a bigger application, sir. Next.js will give you a bigger applications. You can create uh, so many bigger applications using Next.js very easily, sir. Next.js will give you complete template. Okay. Next.js will give you a basic template, sir. If you go to Next.js website, you will have a templates. You can able to create a website. Using Next.js, you can do the React coding fast. And also it has a new features like server side components. There is a saying, people are thinking that by June you will have React 19. In React 19th version, server side components will be added into the normal React also. Okay. But we don't know what might happen. Okay. So they may remove use memo, use callback, and they may use something called use only. Okay. Or there is a saying that the people thinking that they will remove the router DOM also, and they will make it the app router similar to the Next.js. And by default, images will be optimized in the Next.js. And they think it like maybe they will do that also in the React. We don't know what kind of change might happen. Okay. So maybe that will be possible. Someone is asking, is it a good to use Bootstrap in the project, or we must use CSS or Tailwind? Don't use CSS. Use Tailwind or Bootstrap or any other libraries, UI libraries, ShardCN, Chakra. You can use anything, but don't use the plain CSS. It will be difficult for you to use. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts? From where we can learn TypeScript? TypeScript, you can learn it from anywhere, just by reading the docs. My suggestion is go to TypeScript website. TypeScript lang will be there. If you go to TypeScript official website, typescriptlang.org, Go here and try to learn it. They will teach you one by one. Go to docs and learn it one by one. Okay, read it. Or if it is difficult for you, go with YouTube and learn it. Okay, but that is enough. You don't need to learn it in depth. Okay, learning basic TypeScript and practice the projects will be enough, sir. Now, what kind of projects I can practice, sir? Go here, this website, React.js example, where you will have multiple points. Now try this. For example, slider. I want a slider, nice React slider. I want it a light box. You know, light box means? Light box means when you click on the image pop up, image slider with a pop up one. Like I will show you. If I go here now, now if I go here, see the image is coming somewhat bigger now. This is called light box basically. You can make it a mixture of light box and the slider. Like whenever people just click on it, it will come to this image and you can put a slider here. Okay. Those kind of things can be done, sir. Okay. Or you can go here. These all are simple ones. Go here and try to do videos one, carousel. These are simple ones. Or if you wanted to do a site, go here and take it one website example. They will give you so many website examples. If I click on websites, now here see so many websites are there. Online booking sites, okay, restaurant sites, digital agency sites. Go here and take something. For example, see a food delivery website using React and Redux. Someone gave it. Now I will just check it the demo here. Okay. Or maybe this one removed from there. You try to take clone their repository. For everything they will give you a repository. If the repository is not there, fine then. Go to another application. A food ordering website. This one is also not having demo. Best example is e-commerce portfolio, e-commerce portfolio, and some kind of marketplace. Like you can take it something like OTT kind of one. Now see, okay, this one is going good. Someone created a simple site. You can go to each and every product. You can able to see that game. If you can able to create this with the JavaScript Redux, you will have complete React concepts with you. Okay. And then change that JavaScript into TypeScript, then you will get the complete concept of TypeScript. Then make it all disappear and do it with Next.js, the same thing. That's it. Okay. Go with e-commerce and Netflix, sir. Okay, someone ask it like, how do you do it with resume? I will give you tips and all for resume, and I will give you sample resume. Tomorrow Sunday is free for me. Tomorrow I will give you interview questions and sample resume and the resume tips in the group, sir. We all have a Telegram group now. In that I will mention it. Okay. So once again, wish you all the best. Okay, and do well and practice. Thank you all. Yeah. Online, if any doubts, you can mention ma. Yeah, I hope no doubts. Thank you. Thank you all.